place of centuries of privilege, off of
you know,
centuries. You're part black now.
Yeah. My dad's from Haiti.
But when you were asked, you said I'm Asian. You didn't claim the slaves.
I'm majority Asian.
Oh,
yeah.
But now that it's convenient, your dad's Haitian.
Yeah, but just like
at first you were an Asian.
Makes black people say the same thing. Steph Curry, Obama, just
Here
black.
is the
He's
point.
half white. Obama's black.
When it's
the
convenient
majority is what you call
and
yourself.
when it's cool, now
it's
you're
not
black.
Cool. It's not. You guys
at
made
first,
it uncool.
From your position
black people is
of
being
the
a victim all the
privilege
time, it's not cool.
of being able to pretend that you're not the children of the slaves.
I'm not. Who's
when we first started, you said I'm Asian.
Black people, the superior race.
According to the Bible, yes.
According to you,
I go by what the Bible
so black
says.
people are God's chosen people.
That's what the Bible
For
says.
everybody else, I'm inferior to you.
What is your race?
I'm Asian. I'm Asian.
You said I'm Asian.
For brevity's sake.
And
for
your defense,
if you want me to describe
and
everything,
in your just because you speak louder
everything?
doesn't make your point better.
Okay.
We do this
I'm
for a
not
living.
afraid of my ethnicity. I'm very open about this stuff.
You seem like
my
you're
dad
quite
is
nervous.
half black, half white. My mom's Filipino.
You can't be half. According to God,
okay, so
the
now
God of the Bible,
this is why
you are whatever your father is. Because a second ago, you were Haitian.
Okay, I'm
then
black.
You said you were Asian.
Okay, so black man,
your
a black
father
man,
is a Haitian man.
Sure, I don't experience any
Your father's
racism.
Haitian.
I don't experience any racism in America.
Well, that's wonderful. Well, for the rest of your people, that it seems like you have a blind eye to, Mr. Haitian man who was Asian a minute ago. I'll tell you. Have you seen the news? They're eating the dogs in Ohio. They're eating the dogs. Have you seen the dogs getting eaten?
Yeah, and I heard the 911 call.
You heard the 911 call about dogs getting eaten?
They're eating the dogs.
That's terrible. That's terrible. Do you know Haitian history?
Me?
Of course.
Uh-oh.
He does. He's Haitian.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you know the history of what happened to Haiti?
Yeah, of course.
You do? What happened to Haiti?
They killed the slave owners in 1804 at Toussaint.
They killed the slave owner. You don't talk like a Haitian man, brother. They killed the slave owners?
Yes.
How do you become a slave owner?
You buy slaves.
How do you get slaves?
The black people sell them to you in Africa.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So, Africans sold the Jews that migrated to the west coast of Africa when we fled from our homeland in the 70 AD destruction. You got to learn your history, Haitian brother.
What did I get that was wrong?
You got that was wrong because Africans are not black people, and they themselves would tell you, and they don't teach their children about the transatlantic slave trade.
Black people?
You repeated exactly what I said.
Africans aren't black people.
Africans are not the children of the slaves or the Negroes or the Jews.
What are Africans?
They are a completely different set of their own ethnic groups of people. All dark-skinned people aren't the same.
Right. Yeah.
You understand? The planet is covered in dark-skinned people outside of Europe. And you can once I'm done, because we teach. Hold your peace, brother. The planet is covered in dark-skinned people. All of those dark-skinned people do not ascribe to being Africans. They are not ethnically the same in East India. They're not the same in the Polynesian Islands. They're not the same in Africa. And the actual ethnic Asians, not the ones that the British told everybody to put on TV that look like white men, they're not one of us.
Okay.
How could they? How could they be? This is about family. And you have what it seems like a confusion about who your family is.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do, because you started Asian, then you were Haitian, now you're half white. Now you're going to jump to something in the middle.
Asian.
You said you're Haitian.
You're blaming me for the confusion.
I'm blaming you for the words that you said out of your mouth.
I'm Asian. My dad's from Haiti. I'm Asian. My dad's from Haiti.
That you said out of your mouth, because we got witnesses and it's recorded.
You know,
now, here's what you should have said.
People, when they hear what you talk about, this person's not black and this person's not Asian, and we're the children of Israel, and these are God's chosen people.
Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, God's chosen people.
Most people see identity politics where people are trying
to focus is very important
on something that makes them special, and they try to find themselves in a victim situation, and they don't really want to elevate. They don't really want to find a solution.
You know, how do you elevate?
They want to be in a victim mindset forever.
Is a slave a victim?
Yes.
Is the children of slaves victims?
Sure, yeah.
So, are we not the children of slaves? Haitian man?
At a certain point, move on.
Move on. Forget about it.
At a certain point,
does America still remember 9/11?
Of course.
They do?
Time to move
Why did they move on? It's time to move on? 9/11 don't matter anymore. What about
they lied a lot about it.
Do they remember the Alamo? Do they remember Vietnam?
The point is,
remember Korea?
You talk about
it sounds like you haven't actually been through some actual dangerous trauma. It's very much the point because you speak with a lot of privilege, pretending to not be a Haitian man.
You're a victim. I get it. Okay.
No, my people are victims. See, you don't love your people. We love our people.
Great.
But am I wrong for loving my people?
Mental slavery.
I believe in physical, mental, economic, psychological, religious, all of those
You
things.
realize victimizing yourself is a form of mental slavery. If you want to get rid of the shackles, then stop thinking that everybody's out to get you. You're going to start seeing it in places that didn't exist before.
It would seem like that's a wonderful thing to say, that everybody is not out to get you and you should move on.
Yes.
However, when Sonia Massey dialed 911, she didn't realize
You can
something.
bring up in one example of everything. You can
I can bring up one example.
You can bring
See,
up Jordan Neely.
it's funny
You can bring
to
up
you
any example
because you don't
It's not funny.
identify with
It's
what's
not
happening.
funny.
We're looking at your face. We're looking at your mannerism. We listen to how you speak.
This
You
is-
seem
the-
to have
the victim
dismissed
mindset is
yourself.
ridiculous.
It's not a
That's the
mindset
funny
when
part.
someone executes you in your kitchen. That's not your mindset.
Who's executing you right now? Where's the racism right now?
The racism,
Right here. Yeah, where is it?
it's institutionalized. How much time do you
Where
got?
is it?
What language are we speaking?
Speaking the English.
Just answer the question.
So why don't you go back to Haiti? If you don't want to speak the white man's tongue, why don't you go to Haiti?
I speak several languages.
So why are you in America?
Because my people were victims and carried into slavery. Haitian man.
So
Why are you in America,
so
Haitian man?
your existence in America is because your ancestors were victims?
If my ancestors were not kidnapped and brought to the land of our captivity,
back.
we would be in our homeland.
So go back then.
See, here in America, you seem to be very privileged and confused about how the world really works. I did because you don't understand. Here's the thing. You can't pack up and leave America as an American citizen.
Yes, you can.
You ever heard of a passport?
You
heard of a passport?
Renounce your passport. You have to pay the IRS.
Yeah,
anymore.
they come and
Renounce
get you.
it, go
They
to
come
Haiti.
and retrieve you for leaving the country.
Okay, then pay taxes. You'll still make.
Hold
money
up, you
in the
told me I
States.
should just up and roll out. Now I got to pay taxes.
Well, if you don't like to be in a place of racism and you're a victim here,
Why would I leave a place that my forefathers built?
Because you're a victim here. And
Yes.
There's racism everywhere.
So should I leave or should I get justice for my people?
Okay, so your whole existence is justice. When is it time to live for yourself and for your people?
Getting justice is living for my
How
people.
are you going to get justice?
I'm going to get justice by first fixing my people. The first
How are
step
you gonna
to
fix your people?
that's an excellent question. The first step to fixing my people is giving our people a different identity from the people who enslaved
And
us.
what's that identity? Jew?
That identity that is
Become a Jew.
according to the not becoming. We are born with an identity.
So now you're the
You're
chosen
confused
people.
about your identity. I
So
see that.
The way to fix your people is to become God's
Is to
chosen people.
give us our identity. Being God's chosen people gives you a heritage,
You know, the funny
gives
thing
you a
is you blame
language,
the Jews for
it
the
gives you
Atlantic
rules. I
Countries
blame a
that
lot
are
more
Jews.
people than just the Jews. Everybody had a hand
Blame
in it.
them, but then you want
Yeah.
to become them. So why
No,
are
not
you
become.
embodying the
Not
same
become. If you
mindset that-
break in my house and steal my family records and change your name to my family name, and then you get the benefits of my house, my land, my identity, my records, my culture, and you rise to the top of power internationally, and then the children of the people that you stole from are left to figure it out. And then you say, that's not racism. We should leave it in the past. It's 2025.
That's a better. If racism does exist everywhere, holding on to that mental slavery is not.
How is it mental slavery if I return to the records of my forefathers? Everybody else in America says I'm an Asian American because that's where their forefathers established themselves. The Africans say I'm an African American. Then they can go to Africa and tell you what part of Africa their forefathers come from.
Well, if you're-
Their language, their culture,
Jewish,
their
right?
tongue. No, I'm the Jew.
Why don't you go to Israel?
Jew by blood.
So why don't you go to
The
Israel?
real biblical
Isn't
ethnic
Israel
Jew.
isn't Israel your
Because
home?
another criminal is living in my home.
So is that your ultimate goal to take Israel from black people?
My ultimate goal is to take the world, because that's
You
what
wanna
our
conquer the
Father
world?
promised us.
Okay. You want to take over the world, then
And
people
I'm going to
like-
start
you'll-
by giving my people
you'll
our
read
identity
people like
back.
Hitler and the Nazi
No,
ideology,
those
and
are
they
white men.
conquered the world.
Those are white men. We're not white men.
So you're embodying the same Nazi
That's a
ideology
lie.
that you're.
That
it's
not
the
only
same
is that a
thing.
lie, but to compare that is racist. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Here we go again. Everything
Here we go
racist
again.
too. How is
For a
that-
Haitian man, you sure do talk a lot like a white man.
How is that racist? If you want to conquer the world and make it ethnocentric to your people,
Who
that's
said that?
being a black Nazi.
How is that a Nazi? Nazis committed hate crimes. Nazis tortured people. They
Okay, so
castrated
you're gonna
people. They
conquer the world as
castrated
a
people.
black person. What are you going to do to every other race?
That's an excellent question. I'm going to make sure that their own people don't rape and exploit them.
Okay, but
I'm going to make
how?
sure that their own people don't starve
How
them.
are you going to do that?
The same way it says in the Bible. When Christ returns, he's going to be the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, and everyone will be under his authority.
that's not gonna
That's
happen
the
until Jesus
heritage
returns?
of my people.
So it's not going to happen until the Messiah comes.
It's going to happen when he returns, and we're preparing for it right now. You know how we prepare? We turn back to our culture and our heritage and our records. And unlike the Nazis and everyone else that you said, what that does for our people is it makes us not only be criminals anywhere, but it teaches us to love each other. It teaches us to not, let me finish. Hold your peace. It teaches us to love each other. It teaches us to not commit crimes. It teaches us to make sure that our families are together. It teaches young brothers to not shoot each other, to not steal cars. You do, but you, yes, and that's what we're doing. And that is done by giving us our identity so that we stop idolizing the other nations of people. That's why the first step is to separate.
But when you start combating that by idolizing yourselves, then you're just repeating the cycle.
I'm not idolizing myself. We just obeying what God says.
You believe you're the superior race.
When you turn on,
same problem.
No, it's not the same problem because he wasn't the superior race. Having to murder everybody and steal from them to make you superior is not superior. That makes you an animal. Right. See, what you're confused about is what you have been experiencing. So what the world has seen is madmen and murderers staking claim to something that they are really not. Okay. Because even after centuries of slavery, everybody is benefiting from the inventions that the slaves made, who had their language stripped, their identity stripped. You're saying here we go because you don't care. You don't care.
It says nothing in the Bible.
You're holding. It says nothing about where.
About taking your culture back and all this stuff.
It doesn't say that in the Bible. Are you sure? Are you sure it doesn't say that in the Bible?
I'm not sure.
Well, how can you make, so you make a lot of statements without proof?
About culture and records.
Because I'm for the culture and the records of my people. It may not matter to you because you can pretend to be an Asian.
All right, y'all, let's clap it up. Get that, bro. Get Captain Natazak Mashah. Powerful aim, man. A powerful, powerful aim. Man, listen, people should, you know what people should do? People should take their own advice. And they should listen instead of coming against us. We the I.S.U.P.K. start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. Okay, this truth we've been teaching since 1969, proving that blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are in fact the real biblical Jews. Okay, now with that being said, right, today's class that we're going into, today's class is on Titus. Of course, it's the Hebrew class. Okay, this is the Hebrew class. Today, we're going to be going into Titus, the book of Titus, the 2nd chapter and the 5th verse. Okay, I just got to make one change real quick, y'all. All right, so we're going into Titus, the 2nd chapter and the 5th verse. Please type in your questions. Okay, something. Let me see. Okay, we're gonna remove this and then bring it back for the online class. Okay, boom, here we go. Let's try it again. My bad, y'all. They sent us a message. So with that being said, we're going into Titus, y'all. As y'all know, in Philly, or you may not know this, in Philadelphia, we've been we've been going in chronological order, translating one verse from each book of the Bible. All right, we've been translating one verse from each book of the Bible. So what that is not every chapter of the Bible, but one book. So Genesis, Exodus, Nehemiah, Jeremiah, Deuteronomy, all those different books, right? And we've been translating one verse. So we're in the book of Titus, okay? In the book of Titus, and we're going to be translating the 3rd verse. We're going to be translating the 2nd chapter and the 3rd verse in the book of Titus. All right. So now with that being said, let's get into it, okay? I'm gonna start to put this stuff up on the screen. Let me do my intro. Shalom. Anyakwataziyan Mara, Ma Warka Kayahayawam. Okay, peace. I'm Officer Mara, your teacher for the day. Let's get into it. All right. Let me go into this inbox. I'm gonna put this up on the screen. Let's share this tab. Let's put up what we getting into. Let's put up Titus. Let's put up Titus, the 2nd chapter and the 5th verse. Okay, and here we are. Let's share this screen. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. All right. So this is the book of Titus. This is the second chapter. Now I got I'm sorry, y'all, I got some stuff highlighted. Up here. If you see up here at the top, oh man, let me scroll down just a little bit. If you see up here at the top, it has the character Ba to show that this is the second chapter. I can show you in the English that we are in the second chapter. As you can see right here with the Roman numerals, up here is the second chapter. But in Hebrew, we use the characters. As y'all know, our characters, they have number meanings as well. Okay. Of course, Ba is the second character in the alphabet. So we use the character Ba to represent the number 2. And we can get into that in a different class as well, going into the number system with our letters as well. Sorry, TikTok. I had y'all on pause for so long, my bad. I don't know what's going on with this TikTok. Hold on, man. Hold up, TikTok. Y'all tripping. Okay. So now let's get into the class. Let me see. Let me see if I can get this thing back up. Hold on, y'all. I don't know what happened to the live. We just gonna go live again. Okay. Resume the live. Here we go. All right, my apologies, y'all. So now, I don't know, Quatazav, you want to read some Hebrew? All right. So we're going to read the Titus, the second chapter, and the 5th verse. We're translating Titus, the second chapter, and the 5th verse. Okay. Let me make this big on the screen for you to see. You got it, Quatazav Qarab.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 2, verse 5. La to za nai. La kaf.
Za.
Okay. La za ka wath. Ara Khan, Wala I.S.H.A.W.A.
Perfect.
Mala Aka Thun, Baya Thun, Wala YAHUAH.
Perfect.
That's a pot, right?
Nope.
It's a guy. Hold on, what's up? It's not the sign.
It's a word we say all the time. All right, what's these letters right here?
That's a Y, ba.
All right, so what's this?
Hold on.
It's these first 3. You got wa, ba, or they was connected. What would it be?
Oh, to Y.
Perfect. There you go.
Okay, all right. To Y, ba, to Y, wa.
Yep, to wa. Feminine. Go ahead.
Okay. This is me. Wa na ka naiwa.
Perfect.
The ka.
The ka.
Ya da ya.
Yadia.
Baila Yahan.
Yahan.
Ba'al.
Yep. Yahan. Perfect. Labal Thayat.
All right.
There's a lot of connectors on here, but I'll explain it afterwards. Nathan.
Oh, that's a slide. How could I not know that? The bar.
Go ahead.
Ha'alahayim.
Go ahead.
Hey, I knew that one. That's a pop.
Nope.
Hey, what?
This is God.
Oh, God. Okay, come on. Okay, La Ga Da Wap Yum. Wap Yum?
La gotta whop you.
Oh, gotta wap Yum.
Okay, get a brother in, yo. Listen, this Hebrew, man. This Hebrew. We're learning this again like babies, man. The Hebrew language is a very simple language, but because we haven't spoken it in so long, it's hard to speak. It's like anything that you stop doing for a while, you lose it. I mean, it's hard to forget how to ride a bike.
Right.
Unless you ain't rode it in 35 years, then it might be a little bit difficult to ride a bike. Ask your grandpa to get on a bike. It's just a little hard. He rode more bikes than a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean? See, but you know, with that being said, I'm gonna read the English and we're gonna get into it. All right. Let me go to this English. This is Titus, the 2nd chapter, and the 5th verse. It's now Salakia. I want to read up a few verses. Matter of fact, Quadza, would you mind reading this? Now, unless you got to do something. No. This is Titus, the 2nd chapter. Start from the beginning. We're gonna read down to verse 5. That's where we're gonna stop at. Now, this is for the sisters, man. Y'all sisters is out there listening, and y'all been, you know, the sisters, y'all can do stuff too in the school, man.
Right.
This is for the sisters. So if y'all out there listening, take this into your spirit. You got it, Quantas. Put it back up here. Hold on, let me see if I can make this. It's a tiny bit.
You want to start from what? 1?
Yeah, we're gonna start from 1. So there you go, right here.
This is chapter 2, right?
Yep, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Come on. This is the book of Titus, chapter 2, verse 1. But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine.
So speak the things that become sound doctrine, doctrine that makes sense, that's wise. Go ahead.
Verse 2. That the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, in patience.
The sober, you gotta think. The sober means clear-minded. All right. Temperate can't be quick. Just can't have a temper. Sound in faith, meaning wise in faith. In charity, and meaning in love. Charity is love, according to the Bible. And in patience. Gotta have patience with people. Gotta love our brothers and sisters. Gotta be wise in the faith and in this truth. Dealing with everything in the world and all that stuff. You gotta be wise in the truth. Gotta be sober, clear-minded, temperate, and grave. Let's keep going.
Verse 3. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becoming holiness.
Now, sisters, take this into your spirit. It says the aged woman likewise. Somebody said, bro, what are you wearing? We wearing this I.S.U.P.K headpiece, man. But all right, so let's keep going. It says, my bad, TikTok, we getting into the class, right? So it says the aged women likewise. Now, this is going into the part where Titus is going to teach the sisters. Going to give them the game on how to be in the truth, man. Women, y'all have a role to play as well. We all trying to serve the Most High God. We all trying to follow Christ the right way. The black man who the world knows is Jesus Christ. His name is YAHUSHA mashiach. We all trying to do it the right way. And sisters, don't think that you don't have a part to play in this. You ain't just you already got to share your husband. Right. Y'all know Israelites, we got multiple wives. Okay, that's known. So you're already battling with that, but you're doing it for the Lord, right? But you also can put in the work. Sisters think they can't put in work. Y'all can put in work. We do food drives, clothing drives. You can braid hair. You can watch children. You can go get all the money in the world. Right. Go get it. Right. They giving it out. go get it. You know what I mean? I ain't talking about no evil. Go ahead, Father.
Now, if I could too, and just like Gentleman Hyman always breaking down one of his classes, you know what I mean, about sister word about that her man got another wife, like just about some Rob was just saying that go find something to do, occupy yourself, be productive, get your mind off of him having another wife. You understand what I'm saying? Be productive, go make some money. You understand what I'm saying? Don't be sitting in the dark with your little wine crying about watching. What's it? Ain't love ain't got nothing to do with it. Whatever the case may be. You know, don't be that one. It's like.
Good night. You don't want to end up. I got a movie for you. You want to end up. Stella got her groove back. You don't want to be that. That's not what you want to be.
Line between love and hate.
That's the line between love and hate.
That's what I really want to say.
Listen, they made this movie a cartoon, but it should have been in real life. You don't want to be the cat woman. God damn. Be the damn woman with all the cats. Not unless your husband passed away and you just rocking out for you. Man, that's something different, but you don't want to be yummy in the cat bra because you're a dummy. It's like, come on, man. Sisters, y'all have a very important role to play. And the brother Titus is about to break it down. Read it again, verse 3.
Verse 3. The aged women likewise.
Hold on, let me scroll down. I don't know if they can see it. Here we go. Perfect. Go ahead.
The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness.
As what?
Becometh holiness.
As becomes holiness. What is holiness? Separateness.
Right.
That's how you gotta be. You gotta put on that one West spirit. You and the I.S.U.P.K. Gotta put on that one West spirit, man. You gotta be separate. And you can't, can't serve two masters. You're gonna have to choose.
Right.
Either I'm gonna be all the way one West with it, or I'm playing myself. I might as well just go back into the world. Well, why stay here and share your man? And you can go in the world and make some nigga think he only can have you. It makes no sense. And we don't want you here if you don't want to be here. They think we chain women. I heard somebody tell me that we make women walk 2 feet behind us. I said, what the hell? We make them walk I'm trying to get my wives to keep up with me. Like, it seems like they walk slower. But, maybe that's a woman thing. I ain't going into it. But go ahead, Constance. You want to say something?
Nice.
Perfect. So the point is, you got to choose. You want to be separate. You want to do the things, you want to behave yourself as someone that is separate from the crazy mentality in this earth, man. You want to be, you don't want to be the sexy red type of woman or the Nicki Minaj and the Megan Thee Stallion. You don't want to be somebody that you can tell that's all they into. Right. It's those type of women. Like that's all they about is that type of lifestyle. You gotta look like somebody that deserves respect. Like, somebody see you, they know. A man should think before he come at you. He should consider like, okay, she might have a man. It should be obvious, like, and this is for the single sisters too. Like, you gotta look like somebody where you don't have a man, but a brother gonna look at you and see the way you carry yourself and say, she might have a man. Let me ask her if she got a man. Right. Most brothers, they trifling anyway. The ones of us that don't care, right. And they'll come at you anyway. But the ones of us that are wise, that have a sound mind, they'll look say, "Oh, she might got a man. I ain't going." You know what I mean? Or you will just see, like, well, look, let me see. You know what I mean? And you ask, hey, you shoot your shot. But that's how you should look. You should look like somebody that deserves respect, right? That's how you should carry yourself. So your behavior as becometh holiness, as becomes separateness, meaning your spirit, how you are. Go ahead. Not false accusers. Not false accusers. That's a lot of, listen, that happens very often with sisters, man. Those false accusations against other sisters and people. That happens a lot, especially when you say that false accuser. That happens with sisters. You don't want to be a false accuser. Somebody that's saying this person did this, but they never did it, right. Or you don't know They actually did it, but you're saying, yeah, this did happen. Go ahead.
Not giving too much wine.
Can't be alcoholic. Sisters can drink wine. Sisters can drink liquor. You can drink the strong drink. You cannot, however, be alcoholic. Men can drink wine. Men can drink strong drink, liquor. You cannot be an alcoholic. Go ahead.
Now, if I could, too.
There's a difference. Go ahead.
You cannot be on a Friday night in the club having 14 shots of tequila, whatever shots you get loose with, and you wake up like, who is this next to you? Don't be that sister.
Don't be that sister or that brother. Some of you brothers waking up next to women that you wish you would have never. You don't know how you got in bed with them. You wake up and look at her and say, God, please tell me I will use protection. Some of you sisters wake up, and what did they say on that one movie, man? It was a movie they had out. The two devils, the two little white boys. They was like, we could be that mistake. like they waking up with a whole mistake next to them. Let's not be those type of people, right? Sisters and brothers, don't be given too much wine. Drink what you can handle, man. You got to know your limit. If you don't know your limit, ask your friends. They know your limit. Mm-hmm. Ask the ones you go out with. They like, yeah, he's on right now. Like they know you on. Like, who, Tamika? Nah, don't give her the none. Nah. Go ahead.
Now, if I could, I remember we went out for Drake night. It was me and a couple of brothers. This when I was early in the truth now. You know what I mean? But we went out, and it was this one sister. She was tore up. She was on everybody. And I'm trying to find one of her friends, like where one of her sober friend, you know what I mean, that's responsible, that can help her out. But all of them was just tore up, and they don't understand that could be dangerous too, man. You know what I mean? All by yourselves getting drunk and tore up, and you ain't got nobody that's responsible, you know what I mean, to drive you home or to look out for you, because you know how we are. We're in the club, man. Like we're gonna take advantage. Like black men and black Hispanic men, we're gonna take advantage of the sister when y'all like that. So, you know, just be mindful when you know, drinking all that wine and getting tore up, and know your surroundings and where you at, because you know, you never know what can happen to you. Yeah, that's all.
Listen, man, if I can second that and back that up, I was coming home one night, and his sister, it was a devil sitting on the step with the sister. The sister is laid out face on the step. The devil is rubbing her head. I said, that devil, it's a good devil right there. Unless that devil is responsible for her being twisted like that. And it was a late Friday night. That'd be like 11:30, 12 o'clock. But you don't want to be that sister or that brother where you outside of your own house, you know, at least it's your crib, but you outside of your crib just letting it all hang out and throwing up on the steps. You don't want to do it. Right. And that's the point. All right. Izaro said most women that get that drunk don't have real friends. Right. I agree. I would have to agree. They probably did in the beginning. Probably started out with real friends, but after a while, you know, that's going to end. Especially after, you know, a few of them fist fights, you're going to be like, you're going to stop hanging with her. We got to. You got to leave it alone. Or your husband is going to say, you know, something, you know, a man going to come at you. He's like, always hanging with such and such. You know how that conversation going to go. Okay. And a lot of sisters, y'all got to be that for your husband too. Look, women ain't got a problem telling you when you stupid. A sister will tell a man when she's dumb, when he is being stupid, man. When he being dumb, that's why she'll let you, she run your whole thing down. Yeah, reach your credit score at the end. And that's why you're 465 now. On top of it. Yeah. But you know, we have to do that to protect the people that we love and care about. So what the scripture is saying is this, right? It's saying, right here, hold on. It's saying not giving too much wine. So sisters, you gotta be sober-minded. You gotta be clear-minded, which is about to get into. I sort of skipped down, but you gotta be clear-minded, and you also can't be an alcoholic. Not given to much wine. I mean, you can have some wine, y'all can enjoy yourself, but you can't be overboard. Keep going, Quadrazar.
Teachers of good things.
Teachers of good things. Here's the problem with a lot of sisters. You're a teacher, just not of good things. The problem, I done did something. I don't know what I'm doing. I clicked the wrong thing. All right. Shalom, y'all. Shalom, Christ. So the problem is, we as people, we sometimes teach bad things to other people. How do we all become drug dealers? I don't even know. It went from having to feed your babies that everybody used that excuse. I had to feed my kids. Well, now your kids is down Kensington, and that's a problem. And your kids is down K&A, not feeding their kids, who are going to sell more drugs to the next generation. Then the next generation is going to be down the next Kensington, not feeding the next generation. Like, can you see where it's going? It was just selfishness. But the problem is, we don't teach enough good things. The good things like being in the I.S.U.P.K, knowing you're an Israelite, teaching a sister how to handle her man having more than one wife, teaching the sister how to braid hair, how to cook. Some sisters can't cook. I hate to say it. Some sisters cannot cook. Some brothers really can cook. It's some brothers, you wonder why he ain't at your crib. You wonder why he's always at Ray crib playing the game. And your man ain't on the down low. But he always at Ray crib playing the game, talking to women. We ain't gonna mention that part. Because Ray, he know how to cook a little bit. And you giving him the stuff that he wished that he could just trade. You know what I mean? If your man, if he eating noodles more than once a week and he live with you, you know what I'm saying? Or you wonder why every time y'all go to the store to shop, he still buys noodles. It might be because some of the meals you make, he'd rather have a gel meal. You know how to listen, you take a little bit of seasoning. Look, y'all know the damn thing. Y'all know how to do it. But that's the point. We got to teach good things. Teach sisters how to cook. Teach them how to braid hair. Teach them how to deal with their own kids. Some sisters have a hard time disciplining their own kids. Look, man, some sisters teach them how to not be an alcoholic. Teach good things. Like I said, teach a woman how she can handle her man having more than one wife. You don't have to like it, but you do have to accept it. And a lot of relationships will last all the way through to y'all 80s, man. If the woman could just accept that she has been sharing her husband since the 6th grade any damn way. Since the 4th grade. Hold on. Let's go back, Montezah. Why don't y'all understand this? Your mother taught your brother that he should have all the girls. My son gonna get all the women. I know y'all remember this. My son, then when he get grown and he does it, you act like this should not be. His mama told him to get all that kobah. Go ahead, Quadrazar. His own mama told him to go get it.
I was told that.
I was told it. My son gonna have this, that. My brother gonna have this, that. Now you upset. Nah, I don't think you're going good. Same woman saying her son gonna get all the girls. Same woman calling her man, where are you at? You better not be with that. Right. Nah, go. Man, listen. We gotta teach good things. Why don't we teach how to keep our relationship together? Why don't we teach how to deal with multiple wives? For men and some brothers cannot handle this multiple wives thing. Some brothers is bad at it. So listen, the confession is good for the soul. I'm trying to get better at it. I'm trying to get better at it, bro. Sometimes, listen, the block number is from God, bro. But I can't do it no more. I gotta stop blocking people, man. It's not an scapegoat, man. I just block them when they get on my damn nerves. But that's not good to run away from the, you know what I mean? But brothers and sisters both got to know how to deal with multiple wives, man. And it's something that should be taught.
Right.
I mean, and sisters, look, if y'all good at it, if y'all can handle it, if y'all ain't got no issues in y'all marriage, y'all should teach the other younger women how to handle it so they don't mess up and destroy their marriage. Go ahead, Titus.
Kind of, if I could too, sir. And I was talking to a sister a while ago about this, and I had to let her know that she's the sister in the world. So I had to let her know, like, listen, regardless if I'm in the truth or not, I'm still going to get another woman, no matter what. Like, you cannot stop men from getting other women. That's just the reality of it.
That's their God-given right. A woman's God-given right is to be able to what's the word? I want to say not bash, but to be as feminine as she wants to be.
Right.
That's her given right. She's a female. She can be as feminine, a girly girl as she want to be. She can be a nurturer as she wants to be as much of a nurturer. That's her given right. You're born with the ability to be a mother. You know what I mean? A man is born with the ability to be a father if the Lord is with him.
Right.
But a man is also born with the ability and the God-given right to have multiple women. Y'all should Google this. I will Google this. Salaki. How many more women is it than men in Philadelphia? It is 90,000 more women in Philly alone than men. Listen, do I have to go to Google? Oh man, let's type it in. I'm gonna put this on the screen so people can see it. Y'all gonna see me type this in here. Okay, how many more women than men are there in Philly? Right? Let's see what it says. Oh my God, you won't believe it. Okay, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Let me put this on the screen, y'all. Hold on. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania has more women than men. Obvious, right? With a female to male ratio about 105.5 women to every 100 men. This makes Philadelphia one of the most gender imbalanced major cities in the United States. In 2020, Philadelphia had 812,444 women and 705,107 men. How many more is that? That's more than 100,000 women than men in 2020. Let's see what it says in 2022. All right, it says in 2022, the student population at Philadelphia universities was skewed towards women with 76,929 female students and 52,065 male students. More than 25,000 women at the universities in Philly. You gotta share. Yeah, go ahead, Quantum.
Yeah, if I could too. And they say the students, women come from different parts of different states and all that type of stuff. That just shows you too, like on the whole, like in the United States.
Come on, man. Hold on,
you understand what I'm saying?
No, look, you're right. You're absolutely right. I'm gonna do the math for you. 812. I ain't even gonna do the extra numbers. I'm just gonna do this. 812 minus 705. 107,000 more women than men in Philly in 2020. Come on, man. You gotta share. So one of the good things that you could teach as a woman is how to handle your marriage, how to be a good wife still to that man, even though he has multiple women. That's one of the good things that you can teach as a woman. I mean, it was right there. We didn't make it up, Quantazan.
Right.
I mean, it is what it is, but it's a man's right to have that. We ain't saying you gotta like it, but you gotta accept it, man. I mean, come on now. If you want women to have global happiness, y'all gonna have to share it. Or else, shouldn't you be the lonely woman? Shouldn't the other woman have a man and you not have a man? You get what I'm going with. Nobody wants that. So therefore, you have to share. Every man don't have to get more than one. You can just keep one. A man don't have to have no wives. But for the women that want a man, you have to share. It's reality. Let's keep going, Quatazah.
Come on, sir. Verse 4, that they may teach the young women to be sober.
To be what?
Sober.
Clear-minded. Go ahead.
Come on, to love their husbands.
Why is it in the Bible that you got to be taught to love your husband? This is about the third time we done heard this since you done read.
Come on.
I mean, come on. It says right here, behavior as becoming holiness, not false accusers, not giving them much wine, teachers of good things, so that they can love their husbands. I got a verse highlighted under there where it says something about you doing something that we thought you would do for your husband. I would have thought loving your husband would have came with you getting a husband. And brothers, listen, sisters, ain't just y'all either. Brothers got to know this too. Men, we got to know this same exact thing. You would think when you get a wife, you would think to love her, meaning to care for her and to do the actions that show you care about her, not just saying it. But because you don't have to be in love with your spouse. There's no rule that says I have to be in love with you. That's music, songs, and movies. That's not reality. Reality doesn't say you have to be in love with your spouse. Reality says you have to love them, meaning care for them and protect them and make sure that your household is in order. You ain't got to love your own damn kids, but you got to love them. You feel me? Like you got to protect them and show the actions of love. They ain't got to be your favorite or you can have a favorite. There's no rule that says you can't. I mean, you can. I figured Michael Jackson was the favorite, I guess. I don't know. Maybe LeBron James, I don't know, whoever. Maybe they wasn't. That's how they probably got to the fame. Maybe they was the one that wasn't loved. And either way, you still have to love that person, meaning the action, okay? Meaning the action of loving them. So now, let's keep going to the next verse, Quatazah. We can continue to read. So verse 4, teach them to love their husbands, to do the actions that show that they love their husband. And yes, it's in there because it is a real thing that women don't want to do. Why? Because he got 5 women. He got 8 women. He got 2, 3, 4 women. So it's hard to show those actions when you got jealousy and different things like that. Let's keep going.
Come.
And men, brothers, the same thing. You got all 4 of those bras, but you can care less about any of them. You can't be like that. Man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Come to love their children. Verse 5.
We know why. It's the same thing. The action of showing that you care for them, meaning you gotta protect them, and you know what comes with having children. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 5. To be discreet.
Say that again.
To be discreet.
Say it again.
To be discreet.
To be big man.
To be discreet.
God damn. To be good Lord. It's some songs and some icons and artists out here today. I'm trying to tell you. The last thing they getting paid to do is they get paid to be that way. Right. They're an artist. They're developed to be that way. The last thing they're developed to be, or for you to like about them is to teach you to be discreet. Why is it that you have to tell women to be discreet? Because men have been begging like dogs for y'all to not be discreet. We've been doing it. We've been begging for centuries to just give us the one night stand that we've been wanting. We've been begging to just let me see all of it. Why I gotta court you and wait to see all? Just let me see it all. Let me have it. Listen, when I'm done with you, let me toss you the hell away. Hey, got stuff to do, got places to be. And then when you get the Meg Thee Stallions and the Sexy Reds and the Big Mamas, now there's no good women out here, huh? Nah, bro, you wanted that. That's what we asked for. You don't want to marry a thotty? You wanted a thotty. You prayed for a thotty. When she gave it to you the first night, you was like, thank God for this hoe. Because that's what you wanted.
Right.
It's just that you couldn't marry her. You know what I mean? Exactly. You supposed to love, you know, to love them as YAHUSHA loved us. That's right, sis. So with that being said, man, we pull the scripture back up. Hold on, here we go right here. So teach women to be discreet. You can teach the young sisters how to be discreet. And this is what the sisters should do. This is just what we should have in our spirit when you somebody that's in the truth, right? But this is specifically speaking to the sisters. But just so you know, when you a person in the truth, you gotta change. Can't be the same person that you was in the world. Keep going.
Kanawakan. Keepers at home.
Keepers at home. Oh man, Father Zion. We just like we got brothers that like to go out, we got sisters that like to go out. It ain't always about, you know, the parties and going to Miami and the trips, and it's not always about that. So, sisters, y'all gotta be at home, man, where your husband is or where the safety is. You don't want to always be out. You know what I mean? You can get friends to come to your house. You can go to your homegirl's crib, but it's like you don't want to be out and just, it comes with a lot, man. It does. And it's something that's going to distract you from what your real goal is, and that's, you know, getting the kingdom of heaven. Okay? Keep going, Quatazar.
Kanawakan. Good.
Whoa, stop right there. Say it again.
Good.
What's the opposite of good?
Bad.
Bad. A lot of sisters can be bad. Y'all can be terrible. And I'm not saying it like as a terrible wife. I'm saying as a person. The same way brothers can be terrible.
Right.
But it's here for a reason. Because most women look down on being a good woman. Y'all, listen, let me explain something to you as a brother, right? It's so hard to see your sister that got so much potential, never use it. Think about this. When you was in the world, was your brother happy with the type of person that you were? Or maybe he was happy with the type of person that you were, but was he happy with the type of men you got with? Or did he not care about the men you got with, but he just wasn't happy that you never even kept any of them?
Right.
Like his sister, everybody has had, or multiple brothers know and tagged his sister. You know, is you know, that's why I say you gotta be discreet, you gotta be, you know, a little at home at least. Because you don't want to, now I'm explaining the scripture before we translate it, but you don't want to be that type of sister where you're not a good sister, where it's always some drama. It's just always something. And it, like I said, it's the same for the brothers, but we going into, I'm just breaking everything down because this is the verse that we're going to translate. This verse that's highlighted. Let's keep going, Quatazar.
Kanawakan. Obedient to their own husbands.
Obedient to your own husbands. I don't think they got to be explained. But I will add 2 cents onto it. There's nothing wrong with this. There's nothing wrong with being obedient to your husband. I mean, I don't know where the other stuff comes from. Probably from, you know, women who are not good. But there's nothing wrong with it. All right, let's keep going.
Kanawakan. That the word of God be not blasphemed.
Now, all of this so that the word of God be not what?
Blasphemy.
What is blasphemy? And what is blaspheme, yo? What does it mean to be blasphemed? What is blasphemy? Somebody type it in. If you know it, type it in. What is blasphemy? What does it mean to blaspheme something? Come on, y'all. Type it in. What does it mean to blaspheme? What is blaspheming? What is blasphemy? Somebody say it. Take a shot at it. I'll give it to you for time's sake. Blasphemy is a wicked lie. That's what blasphemy is. Blasphemy is a wicked lie. When you blaspheme something, you are saying that this thing is evil. You're lying and saying that this thing is evil, this thing is bad, this thing is, this is false. That didn't happen. Christ was white. He wasn't black. That's blasphemy. That's an evil lie. It's evil to say that Jesus Christ was a white man when he was a black man. Why would you lie on his race? I mean, it's evil to say that Christ didn't come, or that Christ is not going to return. Why? Why would you even say that? Because it is going to happen. Don't false accuse, right? That's the whole point. So, blasphemy is a wicked lie. And Titus is pretty much giving you the game on how to be as a sister in the truth so that people don't look at the truth as evil and then proceed to blaspheme the truth. To say, that ain't the truth, that's evil because look at this nasty whatever. Or look at the type of person that he is. Or look at the type of person that she is. You don't want the truth to be blasphemed. That's why I was talking about how we conduct ourselves, all right? Just so you see, it was going to go a little bit into the brothers as well. Just like it says, young men likewise exhort to be sober-minded, all right, to be clear-minded, and it goes into a bunch of other stuff. So now, let's translate this verse. The reason why I picked this verse, right, is because it gives you the game, it gives sisters the game on how to conduct themselves in the truth, on how to be, on the type of person that they should be. And because when you first come into the truth, you might not know what to focus on. Like you may know, all right, I gotta change myself. I can't be the same person I used to be, but you don't know how or you don't know what to change. This is perfect because it tells you what things to focus on and the type of person you should be. Therefore, you can't go wrong. All right. So let's get to translating the verse. Okay. All right. Hold on. Boom. Let's do this. So I got a few things. Got a few words from twoletterlookup.com. Right. But I'm going to give you all these words. I got screenshots of me typing in the word and then the word popping up. And I just want to show y'all, like I've been trying to go into a little bit of the process of how to translate instead of just translate. Like a lot of classes, y'all came into the class and all we did was translate the word. But you might not have known how to translate this word. So that's where we at now with it. All right, so we'll pull this up on the screen. So lock it. We starting at verse 5. Now notice that I highlighted these dots over here in the corner. Right? Let me make it just a thing. Okay. I highlighted these dots over here in the corner because this up here is verse 4. And verse 4 ends at these dots. And then verse 5 begins. Same thing down here. Verse 6 doesn't start until after these dots because all these dots, all these words right here are from verse 5. And then verse 6 starts right here. Wagum. And also, I'll, over or upon, right, or against. Ha-anashim, or unto. I'll is also unto. And also unto ha-anashim, the men, right? Wagum, I'll, ha-anashim, and also unto the men. So that's verse 6. It starts after the dots. Now, verse 5 starts after these dots up here. So all this is verse 4 at the top. You got the 2 dots, and then you got verse 5. So, Quatazai, you read the Hebrew. So the first word that we have here is this word. I'm trying to make this nice and large so y'all can see it. Is this word right here, Laha Tazanah. Laha Tazanah. Now, let's hold on, I'm gonna have to copy this so I can keep my pages up. Boom. I'm gonna do another one and keep these pages up as well. It's a lot for y'all. All right, perfect. So we're gonna go into it and let's pull up these words. And I downloaded something by accident. Okay. All right, that's like Shah. Let's find this real quick. All right. Here we go. I found it. So I'm gonna share this tab instead. So first, let me zoom out. So this is twoletterlookup.com. You have to go through shore.ly to get to twoletterlookup.com. They used to be able to go straight to it, but now they have a different way where you still type it in twoletterlookup.com, but the link is through Shorely or shore.ly, right? So you see all the words that pop up. So if y'all don't know, I'll pull up twoletterlookup.com. It's to show you what I mean. This will be a good example of how to find it. Even though I did this a few classes straight, just showing y'all how to use it. All right, so it brought us to shore.ly. I forget, then /i/twoletterlookup.com. So you click on the link to twoletterlookup.com and it pops up. Okay. Now, what you can do is you can hold on. I gotta make this. I gotta zoom out for this. So what it allows you to do is type in a letter or the first 2 letters or whatever. I usually try to type in the whole word, and the word, it'll pop up. If it's a word. Sometimes it won't pop up, right? You gotta type in a different word, and then you might can find it. Like I typed in Taza, Na, and I. Nothing came up, right? Nothing came up. But when I typed in Tazana, it did pop up. Hold on, I picked the wrong button. When I typed in Tazana, it popped up, and it's down here, Tazanai, right here. This word right here, Tazanai. So, you just gotta bear with it, right? But I just wanted to give you an example on how to use it. So let's go back to this page. So we got Tazanai right here, Tazanai. Root word is Strong's. The Strong's number is 6800. It's a verb. It means it's used as be humble, be modest, be lowly, to show humility, to be modest, humble, or lowly, or humbly or lowly. So it's to be humble, all right, or be modest. Okay. So if we come over here and go to the English, hold on. Okay, it's not, okay, wait, hold up. Looking for something. Here we go. All right. So if we come over here, I done did too much. All right, here we go. So if we come over here and go to the English, it says to be discreet, right? To be discreet, right here. So in the English, it's saying to be discreet. Now in the Hebrew, or what they the Hebrew word that they use, they put la ha tazanai, or two, which is la in the beginning is the character two, and then ha is the or of, or showing or matching the context, and then tazanai, humility or humble, like to say to humble or to be humble, right? So I see we got some stuff over here. Boom, boom. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. We got a bunch. Somebody wrote a paragraph on TikTok. Man, boy, he got gangster fingers on TikTok, yo. We're gonna ignore them. We ain't giving them no attention, all right? They done type the same thing 1,000 times. If they paid attention to the class, then they'll learn something. So now, so you got laha tazanai, which is to be discreet, right? Hold on, let me get it for you, Wayne. Which is to be discreet or be humble or be modest. So that's the first word that we have in the translation. Okay, so now let's go to the next, which is, the next word is lakaf. Lakaf. Now this tha at the end is not part of the root word, but you'll find that out in a second, because this tha right here is part of the context. If you see, you got waf right here, even up here in the last verse, you got waf. Okay. If you look just solely in our verse, waf at the end is at the end of tawaf. Why do you need waf at the end of tawaf? Waf here, but you know, that's just us identifying it. You got waf, and you also have na at the end of a few words. You got na, hold on. You got the character na right here. You also have it down here. Well, this is the thun, this is a part of it, but you got it right here. Character na, you got thun. It's just, it's the number and the gender being matched. All right. So it's saying so to discreet or to be humble. And then you have lakaf. So let's find out what the word lakaf or lakab was used as. Okay. I believe I gotta go back. I can't see all of it. All right. So here we go. I found it right here. So of course, it's not the tha at the end is not a part of it. Okay. The root word would be lakab. The tha at the end is showing the tense. And it's coming from a proper root, meaning to journey, lakab, or yalak, right, which is journey. That was the root word, but it's lakab. So the ya dropped off of the main word. The character ya dropped off because it was a weak character. So now you got lakab, and matching it with the gender is lakab. All right. To say whatever the English is, whatever English word they try to match this word to, lakaf. So let's go back to the English. So and it said lakaf was journey, right? Now right here, it doesn't really say anything about journey, so it could be a different word. But that's the word I chose to go with for the class, okay? Because now, once again, what I would like to do, what I'm trying to show you is, I don't like to do classes. Let me just say this. I don't like to do classes where it's not realistic to the student. Meaning the student is going to get on here and try to do the same thing that I'm showing. And when they don't get the results that I'm getting because I know what I'm looking for, it's going to frustrate the student. So what I decided to do was, and I'll get y'all questions too, TikTok. What I decided to do was become the student in the class. So when I find a word, I'm not going to go all out and really look for the word unless it's going to be very, very confusing. But this one, it wasn't bad. It's journey is the wrong word, but it's what you would have found. doing this method, right? You would have found the same thing. They use journey in this context. So what we would have to find is the word. Let's look up the word chaste, and let's see if that's what it's saying. Let's look up the definition, and let's see if that's what it's saying, right? Merriam Dictionary, where is that? Definition of chaste. Chaste is innocent or unlawful sexual intercourse. Pure in thought and act, modest. Okay. Severely simple in design or execution. So I would say chaste is also you got clean and spotless. So I would use pure or modest for chaste. Yeah, you got modest, you got decent, pure. So I wouldn't use the word that we found over here on 2-letter lookup, which was journey, because once again, it's not making any sense. But I chose to stick with this word for that specific reason, because that's what a new student would have found. Now let's keep going. Once again, I'm more so trying to show you how to translate instead of just me translating it for you. All right. And as time goes on, you'll learn, and you'll know what to look for if you study the tenses and different connectors and everything like that. All right. So let's go back to the Hebrew. Right. So let's go back to the English and let's see. We got to be discreet. We found discreet. Okay. Lakaf, we didn't find a real word for that. So, but we're gonna keep on going, and let's see what we come up with. Now you have la za kawaf, it's a regular ka. La za kawaf. Waf, as you know, at the end of a root word, makes the word feminine. Why? Because this is talking to the sisters. I see somebody, we got somebody ages up here typing. He said, I feel bad for you, but you on this joint getting my algorithm real good. Okay.
The laptop bag is up here?
Yeah. Oh, you need the charger? It's on this side. It's a lot. All right, we got somebody over here getting our algorithm nice and right on TikTok. Go ahead, keep typing. I ain't even paying you no mind. I don't hear you when you type. God damn, I feel bad for you. You typed in the whole page. You wrote a book on TikTok. Keep going. I don't know who you are. Justin Philly 215, my brother, or Devil, whoever you are. Keep typing. I need you. Go ahead. Justin Philly. I don't know. I don't give a damn. Hey, Just, keep going, bro. Type in the next book. Be the author of the next book on this joint. So, all right, so let's keep going, right? So now we got la zakawah. So what I did was let's find zakawah. All right. Hold on. What's this one? Boom. That's Tanzanite. All right, here we go. Right here. All right. So this is the word we're looking for, right? This is zakawah, right? Zakawah, and it's purity from a root corresponding to zakah, which is purity, in a sense, innocent in God's sight. Okay. Then you got zakawak, yah, and then you got zakawor, okay, which is a male. But zakawah is purity, innocence, innocent in sight of the Lord. Right? So let's see. So we got to be discreet. Then we got lakah, which is journey, and then la zakawah, which would be to be innocent. Okay. So let's see what we have in the English. to be discreet, to be chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of God be not blasphemed. Okay, so we didn't really get nowhere yet. We got to be discreet. We got to journey to be innocent. Now the next word is af. This word af is not a actual word, more so an expression that's showing you direction. And I'll show you all that right now. I've been saying this forever. The af is not an actual word. Okay. Now remember, the point of this class is to show you how to translate. I don't get too caught up on, well, that word didn't match and this word doesn't match. It's not going to when you first start out. You have to know the connectors and you got to know the tense, and then you'll be able to discern which words was used. And I got tons of other books that you use the damn, I dropped my New Testament in Hebrew. We got the Hebrew to English lexicon, where you can go and you can find the words. But of course, you got to know what is the word. You got to know what is the connector, and you got to know what's the actual root word. We also use the Ben Yehuda Hebrew to English, English to Hebrew dictionary, and a few other books. You know what I mean? But pretty much, you got so much stuff online that you can use. It's ridiculous. Oh damn! What I do? I done backed out of this thing. Let me see it. Hold on. All right, boom. Let me see if I can get it. Where would we at? All right, I gotta go back. Hold up. Here we go. YAHUAH, I believe that's where we at. No, we at I.O.C.K. We at I.O.C.K. That's what I'm looking for. I.O.C.K. Here we go, right here. So, my bad, y'all. Click back on this real quick. So, I.O.C.K, like I was saying before, is not a word, okay? And I chose to highlight all the different ways it was used. It says corresponding to YAHUAH, sign, miraculous signs, wonders, sign, okay? But that was the word from YAHUAH. The word YAHUAH, it was one of the first ways it was used. Then it says, sign of definite direction, not translated in English, but generally preceding and indicating the accusative. It's not a word. It's a sign of the direct object. Same way it says a sign, miraculous signs, wonders, a sign, right? It's used as a metaphor to say sign or to show something. Okay, and then down here, this is a different root word. This word is ana. Comes from the root word ana, and this is near, with, together, or with. And it's used to say or to show something in the relationship with something else, okay? Or used together with. But it's still from a different root word, but it's the same theory. Because we got a simple language, you know. And then you got down here, which is it says the root is uncertain, but it's plowshare or culture or plowshare, right? Remember the scripture that says they shall beat their weapons into plowshares. Okay, it's a farming tool. Okay. So now, with that being said, I just wanted to show you all that "af" is not an actual word; it shows direction. Okay. So now, with that being said, let's get on to the next. So let's go back into the English. So we still don't have any of these. We got to be discreet. We do have chaste. We can say chaste for the last one, to be innocent. Right, the one word was journey, but we can use the other innocent word to say to be chaste. It says keepers at home. We haven't found that yet. We didn't get to translating good or obedient, any of those words yet. So let's keep going. So it says ah, so it's showing direction. So you got, so right now what we translated is la ha tazanai, to be modest, to be humble, right? Lakaf, to journey. La zakawar, to be innocent, to be la zakawa, la zakawa, to be innocent or to have innocence, right? To be innocent. Ah, showing direction. Arakun. Arakun. So let's find this word Arakun. And all I did was go to Tula to look up on this one. I didn't even do anything else. I didn't even go to the lexicon or anywhere. I'm just trying to show the basics, all right? So this is Arak. Arak. Okay, it says traveler, a man of Asher, a prominent head of the family. So that was one Arak. Then you got Arak, a well-trodden road, a caravan, a way, a path, a road, a path, a passing of life, a way of life, traveler, a wayfarer, right? Then you got another Arak, a way, a path, a course of life, a way of life, pretty much, right? So if we go into the English, let's see if we can match it up. Oh damn! I didn't even show you all this, man. I'm so sorry. All right, share this tab instead. Here's everything that I just went over with Arak, okay? Or Arak. It's from we were looking up Arakun, but it's Arak, and I went and read all of these definitions, and these two pretty much match: course of life, way of life, a way of path, right? It's a way of life or a way, right? Or a path that you take. And that's pretty much what it's saying. It's a figure of speech for passing of life, right? But it's a way of life or a course of life, like it says. So now, we got Arakun, to be innocent, showing direction, as a way of life, okay? And then you have the character Na at the end as the connector to match whatever number and whatever gender, okay? So you got the character Na at the end, and as you can see, you got Wa for feminine. So I'm guessing this Na at the end is to make something feminine, right? It's going into the feminine range of things, okay? So let's keep going. Any questions, Salaki? I don't want to just skip over everybody. Okay, if y'all got questions, I do say everybody type it in online. Shalom to everybody. I am Most High in Christ. To everybody that's tuning in. Okay. All right. So, yeah, big shout out to everybody that's tuning in. So let's keep going. Okay. And TikTok, I'm glad, I think Gangsta Fingers have rolled out off of TikTok. It says you have a constitution and we have ours. You have your constitution. Oh, I see you want to get now. Somebody said no life in them book, brother. Man, listen, it's such a shame, our people, man. We that lost. But let me keep going, okay? So right now we got a way of life or a course of life, right? We didn't get to keepers at home yet. We didn't get to good or obedient. Okay, we just still at the top. And also, too, just so y'all know, the New Testament in Hebrew is not like the Old Testament in Hebrew. The Old Testament in Hebrew is factual and you know, and the way we actually spoke. The New Testament in Hebrew is them matching Hebrew words to the King James English. So it's somebody making this a sentence, doing the best they can to make this a sentence, you know, you know what I mean? To make this a sentence in Hebrew, okay? Like they're trying to translate this from English to Hebrew. That's what they did. So we just gotta bear with it. This ain't like how the Old Testament is with all the facts and the way we spoke and documented us speaking and writing. This is someone else matching these these Hebrew words to the English words. All right. All right, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Let me see. So the next word, all right, so let's see where we're going. Let's go into the next word. All right. So we got I.R.A.K, okay, showing direction for the way of life, right? Or of a way of life. Because I is used to show direction. So you got to be discreet, to journey, to be innocent, specifically or directly, showing direction, directly a way of life or a course of life, right? Now the next word that we're going to do is now listen, don't worry about it. It's not going to make sense because we have to go and look up everything to make it match. Meaning it's a whole bunch. You gotta know the context of the word. First off, you gotta find the root. Then you gotta learn the context of the root word. So like you first gotta find you gotta find the root, which means you gotta identify the connectors and the tenses that's attached to the word. Then once you find that root word, then you gotta pick the context. So the next word is YAHUSHUA. YAHUSHUA. Y at the beginning of a root word is and. La at the beginning of a root word is to. And to. Aisha is the root word. How do we know? Because waf is at the end of the root word. It's the same waf that's over here. It was the same waf that was in in the verse before. So waf is to make it feminine. So Aisha would be the root word. We're identifying the root by counting out the connectors. By what can I say? By first identifying the connectors, then identifying the root word. So let's keep going. Okay. So the root word was Aisha. All right. The root word is Aisha. So let's find the actual root over here. Boom, boom, boom. Once I put it up here, then y'all have it. All right, we have it. Aisha is the root word. Okay. So with that being said, Aisha is a root word that's used as to do or make. It's a verb, it's a primitive root, to do, to fashion, to accomplish, to work, to make, to produce, to produce, to do, to work, to deal, to act. It means to do or make. That's the gist of it. Done, to be made, to be done, to be made, to be produced, to be offered, to be observed, to be made, to press. Y'all get what it's saying. To do or to make. To produce something is to make something, which is to do whatever you're doing, okay? That's my best way I can say it. To do or make is what it's used as. All right, so now let's go back into the Hebrew and let's see what it's saying. So, and to make or and to do, right? With the feminine on there to make this feminine because you're speaking to women. And to do, now you got the next word, mala'aka. So like mala'akathun. Mala'akathun, right? Mala'akathun. Because remember, there's na at the end. It would be mala'akath, but you have the character na at the end. So now it's mala'akathun. Instead of mala'akath, mala'akathun. All right. So let's look this word up and let's see what it's used as. Oh, so Salakia, before we even do that, let's zoom out and let's see what we have so far. So we got to be discreet, to journey, to be innocent. You know, this is showing direction. A way of life, or to be innocent, course of life, or, you know, showing direction that is specifically talking about a course of life or a way of life. Wala I.S.U.P.K, and to do or and to make, mala akathan. So let's get the word. Mala akathan. All right. So I got the word mala'ah, then you got mala'ah, then you have mala'ak, then you got mala'aka, and this was the root word, the mala'aka, because remember the character tha and the character na at the end of it is the tense and the gender, right? It's matching in gender and in number. So mala'akatha is deputyship, ministry, employment, work, property, right? Occupation, work, business, occupation, property, work, workmanship, service, you get it. Political, religious. It's an occupation, it's work, right? Or it's business in that context, right? So now let's see. Let's see what we got here. Hold on. So we have, share this tab instead. And I hope y'all can see it. I hope I wasn't doing all that for nothing. Y'all couldn't see it, man. So we got mala'aka right here, deputyship, property, occupation, business, the workmanship. So you get it, right? So now let's go back to the English. Let's see what we have for English. So Quatazar, you want to read some of this? Just read the verse again.
What? Number 5.
Yeah, number 5.
Okay. Book of Titus, chapter 2, verse 5. To be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their husbands, that the word of God be not blasphemed.
So that the word of the Most High is not blasphemed. It's not, nobody says a wicked lie about the truth or the word of the Most High.
Right.
So now, what do we have here? We got to be discreet, to journey, to be innocent, specifically a way of life, and to make and to do mala'akathan, which is, I forgot the word, which is work or occupation. To do work, to do an occupation, to do public business, to be political, or is this an occupation or to do work? So let's see what we can match up in the English. To be discreet keepers at home, good, obedient to husbands, to their own husbands. So it's still not pretty much matching up, but I see where they're trying to go with it. I know y'all might not. I know y'all might not see where they're trying to go with it. But translating this, like I said, the New Testament, it ain't the Old Testament. It's them matching it. I see what they're trying to do. What I don't like that the New Testament does is they drag it out so much. It's like they try to, it's like they use so many words to say a small thing. And I'm not sure why they pick certain of these words anyway, like journey, or walk. But I'm guessing it's saying to walk in this way of life is what I'll give you an example. Okay, to be obedient, or to be obedient, to be discreet, right? To walk, to be innocent, as a way of life, and to work or and to do mala'akathon. Now I forget what that word is. To do the work or the business, okay, pretty much. And to do damn y'all on me. I ain't even got y'all on here, man. It's a lot. So laha tazanai, to be discreet, lakaf, to walk, laza kawa, to be innocent, arakan, specifically a way of, to be innocent, specifically a way of life, and to do the work, and to do the work, or and to do the occupation, and to do your occupation or the work, babayathan, which is this word right here, this next word. I'm pretty sure everybody already knows what this word is. Bayah. If you don't know, it's house. So to do or to do the occupation in the house. Bayah is house, and I'll show you, right? We'll go to Bayath, and I'll show you that Bayath is house. Okay, Zakawah, and we got Bayath. There we go. So Bayath is house, dwelling, habitation, shelter, human bodies, the abode of light, meaning the home of light, the home, the house containing a family. Y'all get it. It's a house, it's a home, right? A household. It even says household. So we all get it. We all know that it's a house. Okay. Now, so it's saying to be it's saying to be discreet, to be innocent, to be chaste, to walk innocent as a way of life, right? And then it says to do the work at home. Here it says to be keepers at home. What we read in Hebrew was do the work at home and to do the occupation at home. All right. To do the occupation at home. Now let's take a slight second to see if we got any questions. I just want to check. I don't want to skip over nobody. All right, so we got no questions over there. Let's see. Plane crash in Philly, Cotman Ave. How did a plane crash on Cotman Ave? Is the Northeast Airport down there?
Most likely it was a small plane, so it probably was the airport down there.
Planes don't usually fall out the sky. Oh, what's going on? And on Cotman Ave, that's crazy, y'all. Over here in Philly, plane crashes happen, man. Water War, Precinct Officer War, for giving us that information, all right? So what we got here is to be discreet, to walk, to be innocent as a way of life, and to do the work or the occupation in the house, right? Or at the house, at home, right? Now I don't see how they got to be a keeper. That one, I don't know how they got that. Just leave that there. But to do the occupation in the house. So what they're trying to say is to be discreet and walk innocently, as a way of life, to do your occupation or your job that's in the truth, whatever you got to do at home. That's what it's saying. The next word is YAHUAH. YAHUAH. And to Hayah is the verb to be, because Wah at the end is feminine. We already know that, right? So we got YAHUAH. So the verb I mean, so Hayah, for this to be the root word, it'll have to be the root word Hayah, which is to be, the verb to be. So let's just take a look at it and see if we got it. I believe this is it, Hayah, right? Hayah, to be, to exist. So this one wasn't hard, and to be, but they saying it in the feminine with the two characters at the end, with the waf at the end. Okay, to exist. Okay, so now I mean let's check the English and let's see what we got. So we got to be discreet, to be chaste. So that were these two we did fine, right? Chaste. They was using the zakawah. I mean, they saying it to be to say to be innocent, right? Then they said a whole lot to say to be a keeper at home. We didn't get to tawab yet, but we got to be keepers at home. All right. Now, what's the next word that we're going to translate? To be keepers at home and to be tawab bayah and to be good, right? And to be good. So what we have here in Hebrew, they put YAHUAH tawab. YAHUAH tawab. That's a whole lot just to say to be good, because that's what they're about to say. They're about to say to be good, right? Just like how we have it in the English. So to be discreet, we to be humble, and to walk and to journey, to be innocent, which is chaste. And I forget what else it said in Hebrew. It said, and also, Salaki, it said specifically as a way of life, or specifically a way of life to do the occupation or to be a keeper at home, Babayathan, right? At home with this character na at the end, which is matching some type of gender or number. Then it says, YAHUAH, to be tawabwa, to be good, which in English, they didn't have to say to be good. It just said keepers at home, good, meaning be good. Okay, meaning be good. And this is what I mean by they sort of stretched it out. Is there's so much that they put in here to say these small things that we say, but this is the translation. We're translating it, and we're doing what a pastor can't do, and let's translate this. Now they knew what we knew they could be able to do it, but they don't. So there you go. So the next word is obedient to their own husbands. Let's see if we can find this. And if we can, let's see if we can translate it. So the next word is YAHANNA. YAHANNA. So it says, and to be good, and to be good. So the and to be has a waf on it, as the feminine on it, and then good is feminine. But it should be all one phrase, which is to be good. Anything to walk about? All right. So now we got Wanna. Now we get to exercise. So this is the point in the class where I wanted to go and exercise looking up some of the words. I showed you in the beginning, but I wanted to do it again and just show y'all so we can have it fresh in our mind. We can know how to use the app or the website. So now we're going to look up the word wana, and it gives me a chance to show you these connectors again, too, which is why I wanted to do it this way. Because really, without identifying the connectors, it's going to be very hard for you to translate these words, because you're going to be looking for a word that is not even a word. You'll be looking for wana kanaiwa as a word, and it's not a word. Like it is a word, but it's not a actual word. This is a statement. It's sort of like a statement. You're saying and, then whatever the word kanai is, well, na as a tense. To say, I believe na at the beginning is we, or something like that. I forget exactly what it is. Then you got kanai, whatever that means, and then waf at the end to make it feminine. So it's sort of like you saying something. It's not just a word. So without identifying these connectors, it's definitely going to be hard trying to translate this. So, all right, so now let's go to two-letter lookup. I'm going to share this tab. First, let me check any questions. Let's just check and see if we got any questions, all right? Anything on TikTok? Okay. And anything online? All right, cool. So we good. And we got 10 minutes left, and it's just going to give me... So really, the class is really done. I'm just giving you more of an example on how to use the two-letter lookup. And I'm just using words from this verse, okay? Which is why I went into a breakdown. I went into the breakdown for so long in the beginning of the class. So because it was more profitable to just break this down so you understood it than it was for the translation because of how they translate this. But remember, this is the Hebrew class, so the only thing I could do to get you to understand and to get you to learn about translating Hebrew is to show you how to translate it. And doing that, we went through the actual process as a beginner translating these words. Now I'm telling you, I'm actually telling you, I'm giving you the connectors. I'm just telling you what it means, or you know, I'm saying. Let me show you. I'm saying Y as and. This character Y as and. Then na is a tense. But these are things that you would have had to find out by trying to type this in somewhere, or by going to the lexicon and trying to look this up, or by going to the Ben-Yehuda dictionary and trying to look this up. And then when you don't find it, you're gonna be upset. You're gonna be like, this is bull-ish. I don't even find, I got all these dictionaries, all these books. I can't find the words because Hebrew is different. These are connectors attached onto this three-letter root word, which is kanai. So now let's go ahead and type it in as an example. Okay, so we'll go over here. I'm gonna share this tag. We'll go ahead and type in kanai, ka, the character na, and then the character I. Let's see what we come up with. So we got kanai right here. We got kanai. We got kanai, and then we got kana aina, right? Kanai na. So we just need the root word kanai, which is to bend the knee, to humiliate, to vanquish. All right, we're going to show all the details. To be humble, to humble oneself, to be humble, be subdued, to humble or to subdue. To be humble, be subdued, be brought down, be low, be under, be brought into subjection. All right. So that's what this word is saying, is to be humble or to be humble, pretty much, or be subdued. Okay, which is like overtaken, right? So we got to wa, good, and then you got wa na kanaiwa, and na, meaning we in the beginning, we in the future tense. I believe we will, or this, I forget what it's saying with this character, but kanai is the root word that is saying, hold on, that is saying be humble. So it's saying and be humble. But in the feminine, meaning talking to women, and be humble, sisters. Now you got the word tha, nathun. So first let's check and see if see what we got right. to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of God be not blasphemed. Now, there's a whole lot different from the translation that we, from the Hebrew words that they chose to use. So we got YAHANNA, right? YAHANNA, and the word kanai was, hold on, boom, boom. I just had it. I think I moved it out the way, so lucky y'all. Hold up, boom, boom, boom. I-O-S-I-SHA. So kanai is used as, oh, Salaki, I forgot. This is the part where we go ahead and we look it up. Is to be humble. Okay, be humble. That's what the word kanai is used as. To be humble, to humble oneself. So we go into the English. If we go into the English, it says to be discreet and chaste. We look those up. Keepers at home, meaning to do your occupation at home. To be good. Right? Now we're looking forward to be obedient to their own husbands. And what do we get? We got we got thakab. Thakab. Because why not kana'ai was to be humble. Right? So you got and to be keepers at home, and to be good, and to be humble, and to humble themselves, and then thun. So let's figure out what thun is, okay? Now, like I said, I'm just trying to show you the last part, just for an exercise, an example to show you how to use the website. So na, and then you got, oh, then I did shop. I did shy, y'all. Salaki. So we need na, and what else should come up? Na. Let's see what else we needed. Thakab. I put na. Salaki, y'all. Thakab. It's thakab. It's thakab, not na. So let's go back, and then let's go and then ka. Now you got a whole bunch of stuff. You got thakawah, you got thakal, you got thakawah, thahawah. All right, let's keep going down. So until we find it. Then we got thakun. Is that what we got? Thakun up here. Thakab. So we got thakab. Man, we short on the time too, but I already told y'all this was just for the exercise purpose. So boom, boom, here we go. Let me make sure I'm on the right word because I see a lot. Yeah, right. Thakab. THACHAATH, the cop. Okay, so boom, damn, I just had it. I don't know where. So thakab is, damn, this thing keeps getting in the way. Now it didn't pop up yet. You got thakun. I would go with thakab because really, if they ain't got it, all right, you got thakab right here. I see if they ain't got it, it's gonna be a lot. So now, thakab is bottom, below, or the lieu of. There's one definition for it. You got thakab up here twice. Damn it, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm with the presses wrong. Here we go. All right, so you got thakab, you got Aramaic corresponding to thakun, thakab underway, thakab under. So this word in this context is used as under. I believe there's another way that is used too. So hold on, man. All right, wait a minute. So boom, boom, boom. We got under, and then for this one right here, you got a person's name. You got a Kohathite, a Levite, son of Bered, son of Eladah, a station of Israel, a wilderness, right, in the wilderness. So these are just a few different ways it's used. Let's go up here and you can see and check the first Takab. Oh no, we did. I believe we did. It was under, beneath, under part, beneath, under the foot. So instead of that, in return for that, so it has a few different usages, but the main one is under, pretty much. In favor, it says in return for that, because that in compounds, right? In, under, into the place after verbs of motion. So you got sort of like saying because of, yeah, it's like saying because of or instead of, but it's also a way to say under. Okay, so let's see what we got in the English. It says, now I ain't gonna lie, this English ain't. I mean, the Hebrew ain't matching up the English as well as they could make it, but that's all. You'll see it as we keep going in the Bible that a lot of it is like that because how they translate it. It says, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of the God be not blasphemed. That's not what we got over here, though. It's not what we have over here. And let's see what we got so far, because damn, this thing keeps getting in the way, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm trying to teach the class, but the thing keeps getting in the way. So we got instead of. So let's see what we actually translated for this class so far. All right. And once again, y'all gonna have to go through this once y'all translate. So we got in Hebrew, we got laha tazanai, to be discreet. Lakaf, to journey or to walk. Lazakawav, to be innocent. Af arakun, to be innocent, a way of life, right? To be innocent, way of life. Wala aishawav, and to do mala akathun, and to do the occupation bayafun, and to do the occupation at home. Wa la hayawav, and to be tawabwav, good. Wa na kanaiwav, I forget what kanaiwav. What was kanai? I forget these two. This is what we got so far, right? And then we got instead of whatever going on, right? But that's actually not very close to what we have here in English, which is to be discreet, chaste, or to be obedient, to be humble, to be innocent, to be a keeper at home, to be good, to be obedient to their own husbands. We didn't really get that far, but they stretched this out so much. I mean, what you gonna say? Hey, we asked for a Hebrew translated Bible, and we got one. All right. So now, in my opinion, to me, I did my job. I think I did a good class by showing y'all what y'all gonna have to go through, and it's not easy translating this Hebrew, especially when you don't know a lot about Hebrew, right? Which is why I encourage everybody to go and study the I.S.U.P.K. Man, we put out the info. I did a whole class on all the info that you would need to translate. It's simple. Our language is simple. The reason why this verse is so hard is because this is not the way we speak. This is just people matching the King James English, just matching Hebrew words to the King James English words. This ain't how we talk, though, which is why it doesn't make sense, and it seems like it's so dragged out because it is. It's not the way we talk, okay? With that being said, I hope y'all understood and just could see how to translate and the things you got to do, and knowing, a little bit about the connectors will help you out a great bunch, which is why I always teach the connectors first, okay? Okay. With that being said, Anya Katazayan, Mara, Mawarka, Kayahayawam, Anya Iwabarkathan, Al Kahan, Wakwatazayan, Kwantazakara, the Wada, Shalom. Okay. What I just said was I'm Officer Mariah, teacher for the day. I'm passing the class over to Priest and Officer Kwantazakara. Thank you. Peace. TikTok, the Wada for bearing with us, man. Shalom.
All right, this is I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the commanding General YAHANNA. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 3, verse 8 to 10 means 10th in the Hebrew. My I.S.U.P.K means, means 10th in the Hebrew, my I.S.U.P.K. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to Treasury Department. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, we got the Feast of Purim, and it stands on the 14th day in the 15th, the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month, which is Thursday, March 13th, and Friday, March 14th. If you want to read up on it, go to Esther chapter 9, verse 20, and read that at 31. Remind Aki and Magbathium to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf with that. We want to send the prayers up to
the prayer to bless Israel.
Majum Sar, Wapalah HaKodam, means turn the face to east. We're going to send these prayers up to bless Israel. All right, YAHAWAH, YAHUSHA, YAHUSHA, YAHUAH, YAHUSHUA, YAHAWAH, YAHUSHA, the water of money. Yahweh in the name of Yahushua. Bless us. And this word. And the school. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it. All right, sorry. We'll turn back. All right, men of Israel, we're going to get a brother's one courtesy salute.
Men of Israel, Magim Shabbat, Magim, Rock,
Yahawah, Shim Yahushua, Barakatholim.
That's the time, hands down, starting with the system courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Magim Shabbat, Magim, Rock,
Yahawah, Shema, Shim Yahushua.
That's the time, hands down, class dismissed.
Y'all, it's a lot for tuning in, man, and bearing with us. It was a long drag, man, dealing with these Hebrew words, but the water. All right, Most High Christ. Shalom.